Sia body mama ye mamunyina jo ye mwakwa bado Adom TV no sia kase so enwure nsam asie na brason sa woti bi sa Adom TV kase ensam ne dawso ne todwa wo mu bi ya wo betini kama bi a wate na wabodam na Rabies wono so akam kwada ben wotwe wi akire emu ba akodi ato na nanom sie do ye de honsam no ebebro Midwife ni bi so atwitwa jo ba pemfo bi e wo sola mensini mo e wo Upper West mantam no mo bra na wobre esonye yebekọ na kane Chief Justice nso enne ya bansoro ahodo ya ye hunu e won kran ha no femfem na so kakra panimfo ehu ana eno ene apomoden adwadi agokansi obi man so ene gede adwumre mede bro Adom TV kase Facebook/AdomTV kase no ho Go TV channel 119 DSTV 280 bididi afia amankwa tamaklo Yada say afia ni die kwan sutie sede nsam ni kire mo ankasa etie akra dumie no ani din ede Samuel Ofosu ahia ne nkwanhia wo ni nyina ne se kraman bi a watenam abonten a Rabies wono so wakan kwada enso e mo ye wotwe ene wawe wo mo wi akire abamu akuma dumie no afri mo e wa wutu breku e wa wutu senya west mensini mo e wo mfimfin mantemu ya tewia eye na aneba afrim woni Adom TV kase edi nkomwe
Rehosamu a esie ewo awutu breku ewo awutu senya Westminster mu ewo mfimfini mantemu nyina enese abamu abia wanya mfie dumienu ya ne din ene Samuel Ofosu wahia no nkwanhia wo wa bra kraman bia wosusu se na dwene mu eka no eka nkwada wotwe ya no woka ho bie ya tawia eye akwada ya tawia eye abamu ayi emame wokire mu se wono mu susu mpo se nkwada wotwe a kraman eka wono no Wanum enya Rabies yawie wode na kosem eto ya mane boni anim
amane ka me na ese from me e ba makuma ho na me so saade a yanya fast na me sister baako wa ha bonim hospital bi o farm rec or side na ye de no kwa enti ye kwa no bi say de na ye akora no so kama na ka no no say ka no ye de na hospital na so ashase na ye de ne pande bensa Nsumi de minim pande akro bombo twere aduro ene pande ma yese ye nkoto ba ye koye no pande na price na mo ka se 15 million na me ho nso ntimi nim se de omde awo no na ho bejo no kakra na ebisa me se omo wo ne he na aboa no so ka ne he na me so ka na beti ba pande no so omo de wo ne nsechi na mo se akra ne de se bebi omo de pande no won poison afro no ba ye se anko omo de wo bebi akra ma ne ka e no na esane Sebi omo de woni de afro no ma akoyi na kuma na akra na kuma na edin na ode ne nambo nti me mo mpa ye be 50-50 so omo so for su bia ye said de ombe ye bia se ja 3 days time no ye nim se bi ombe ya baba me hwade me ba ne ye okete no so a afi de wi ana nurse for no so kire mu wo sa kase nim no utumi se omo se akra ma ka wona se yare no fro wa Oya ubi bia te se krama pepepe saa na me ba no so yede eye afede otu wa no wehu no de ne se so te se krama style ne pepepe me ba no tim na kuma to ko pejan ma na kra ne yede edi free nti media meti anse se omo ka omo no ebi mu okolebu omo de ebia nyame adom nyame beje omo de mentumi nkire
Enipa mienu de make say yaje won moto baby any government hospital ni nyina no say eja ato baby any college of health ye no wo Anhweaso wo baby any Anhweaso be kwa mensimu e Western North Mantemu
Eja ato College of Health Science ewa Anhweaso ewo bibie ni Anhweaso be kwa imensini mu ama enipa mienu enam so akoda yaresabea enipa be so ha ene edi wotwe ensia wo mu nyina ya adesuafo na sa eja hihie yi aha wo mu Adom kase ene kasamafo a wo bibie ni edumgya adwuma ekono emu remona pe twetwe nkomo ene wodi tu dwase eja ne hyase anopa be se du baako na hono mu ana obi frɛ wo mu wotete nso se eja ato honom na wotimi ekɔ honom ntemu a okokoso ano
11:06 a.m. Any distress call from one nurse at Beginning Hospital, St. Jato, Beginning College of Health Science, or dormitory. Till Campana, you two, fire tender, and you do. By the Janet Demupa, Nayagro, na jano edema no ai tempa but ya ba so yafa endiagro ya de nyoma tutu na
eni sikade efana na ahye
Madie, your room more than just a yashi and fa. Ye sick high, ye knew my disunion, dear, ye knew my dasun in ash, ye yashi, prize. See, I say, I say, ya near back get the back classic, and no one idea where you want.
The crumble made their Medici Classic, almost 150 million. I ship class contribution, I ship a mania thousands and one for one. My name is Shemi, Yanni, near Mamma Wammy did not
in which he means depending Paul will be any Anhweaso be quite poor Ando. Any Adom Kasi HM commodity to just say, assembly no aid with me be as a bay, I will be one more.
Near my son, dear. Although assembly ni FAC challenges, dear. But now we stand there, no. Yene director, and so called assembly, no. Ebe kabum. Young emergency, and any money we are. Why was a timid bois sukuno na kwadana sa we ni no ato no
Adom TV kasia na Anhweaso ehwe me nto so na yenko yensem foforo mu na nkwanhye biasi amani pansia me kasa yede won akoya resabia ewo sawie Amoaya eno Adom TV kasia edeba
Said Abdallah unit committee chairman ewo bodi mensini mu ewo Western North Maritime wani amane boni enkomotwetwe mu eno wo kire mu se kia rainui na bolejo enewo mu ya na wonum efri dade so na bra no wofru bipo bi e wosehwe Amoaya ana sa kwanhye esiye wo kire mu a enipa nsia enam sa kwanhye no so eprepra ya wode wonum akogu Amoaya aban ayaresabia ba ko wo mu de wo yi no ede ne kodwabo so aban ayaresabia wo koto aso ahwe no wo honom
ya kudu top hono ya hunye ye na car na etisan na insurance car so apaki na ebe ball insurance car ni the ball car ni nsia ene wo 6 o nyame adom eba na sa no ya rushing tentem e de omukọ aban aya sabia a wo sefi Amoaya ama kudu ono so anesifo a wo ho ne doctors for no omo so e de ahukeka ehwe omo asisi ame no kasa no omo hoye ne mumba kona ne de na omo hwe na ayese waye America kanti omo e transfer na de ne ko Rabies government hospital to esi en obia enfiri mu
wani amane boni enkomotwetwe mu no ene wotu ahyenkafo nyina afo kwan a wonum eduru ba bia sa bepo no dana obefa so atwi wonum hyen no
people no enye people a ye enkola people sa ano hyiba it is omo ba yes sometimes me tell am hu ni say omo ba omo fa people no easy eti dia was omo de efo people no kra no omo fa sa ji ana enfan start eti omo timi kwa kudu people no fifi afi na na omo yi omo gs no e ban sa na akamu a na eja ne dum so a gas ne bi ye mframa nti se ne ja ne kodum na otia na amfa na tese wo se osamba na chi
eba bombo mo ensam a pani ba ko a wono abne mo eye Adib Sani dene wo se ankrankrekuo ahodo no wono ma ye krado so mo betai aban no achi ewo kwan ahodo a wo befa so na basabasa unity ewo Upper East region no wono ma hwesiesie central fonhia mudi ase eno de nsemi etuja
Adib Sani security expert na woni civil society ku ahuduo bi ekiremu a sese wonom ade wani atofom ahu se basabasayo ya aboho amane ahya police fo a wonom ewo Upper East ene emia ahuduo atwa ho ahia nyina ewo mamu nansen no omudodo na ne a woyetia fulani fo se wonom akoso ni nyina no wonhwe empe ho asem enka.
Civil society groups across Ghana find these developments profoundly concerning. As advocates for peace, human rights and social justice, we recognize the urgent need to address the root causes of violence and promote inclusive approaches that foster dialogue, understanding, and respect for diversity. It is crucial for all stakeholders, including the government, security agencies, the diplomatic community, civil society organizations, and the media to come together and address this issue collectively. We call for a comprehensive and inclusive approach that upholds human rights principles, ensures the protection of all citizens, and of course their guests, and promotes peaceful coexistence among different ethnic and religious groups in Ghana.
Young comrade Shebeje film na Majority Chief Whip Frank Anodom Pre Edibiamane MPP Mashe Bejania ne dida kwan so betu on Franka Kennedy ohine Japan se woni no ho adaje se wo ba be ka no ho asem se wo ye ne campaign a onhweso enye ne campaign ne mom so no Anodom Pre no ko ka no ho asem wo ba bi na no nka ne ho sesie Adom TV etwaso.
Majority Chief Whip Frank Anodom Pre edinkra amane opanyi ba ko a o se MPP manyuko no obetumi etu Franka Kennedy Japan so momodin a na nento aba wo bo no wo manani enko ho no nja sede bia no de na no esi ne ho na se Frank Anodom Pre etwedi a impendo do na no Kennedy Japan sim bia wo kai de fa ne ho ene se mrahye bedwani a woginam de ma de hye wa central emfata se wotu Franka edema MPP manyuko no ya sansem ya wo ka fa ne ho ne nyina no enya de se no krobia ewom.
My good friend the Honorable Kennedy Japan making all manner of allegations against me, but specifically he's saying that I am referring to him as not fit for president, not a presidential candidate. In fact, he's one of the senior members of this house that I respect, and on many occasions that we've had tense moments between the two sides, he's intervened. And so I have a great deal of respect for him. When he visited my constituency, I paid for the venue, I hosted him. I spoke very highly. What I want to say is that it's never true. I can never describe him as somebody not fit for president. When he came to his home, I listened to him carefully. If you listen to his messages, one of the message lines were that he raised issues which are either rumor or things that people are raising against him, and that he would deal with it. One of the things he raised was that people are saying that he's not fit for president, and so he raised.
Ekokuma ye womrahye bejafie mo se World Bank country director woni ni fi asem na eso de no ho ba before ya manyo emu ensem na nyina gina na nu ntam ni nsem a wo beka ye efa power purchase agreement a NDC abanda da braso wono ejitu mo maimo na minority spokesperson of Mines and Energy and a desansemi etuja.
Domkuma wa mrahye ebuafu World Bank country director esign nsembia wodi tudwa wosusu se workasetia NDC amemu a wobuyi ewo manyimu na sansemi ena John Jinapo ya woye domkuma kasamafo ema Mines and Energy ekire mu se sansemu wura no edi tudwa no enya de se esefata.
We finally wish to advise the World Bank country director Mr. Laporte to continue to work as a technocrat and not meddle himself in the field of politics. Mr. Laporte, you are not a politician. And when you are making such unsubstantiated comments, you must bear in mind that it has far-reaching ramifications on this country. The minority
for the chira or sharing among them some so ewo or mampeni dada John Dramani Mahama memu mu echire mu say Sankrata onom edwon sahase no wonom anyemfum so bia wo mu a empo ya empo eyade bia ebeboa wo manyi pa.
After President Mahama left office, the MPP government, the current MPP government, has signed PPAs that has take or pay or capacity charges embedded in them. You'll recall that President Mahama brought in the AXA plant, which is a 370 megawatt plant. We signed it for 5 years. In July, 2 months after, this current MPP administration signed a new contract for the same plant, extending the years from 5 years to 15 good years. Not only did they extend it to 15 years, if you read the contract contains take or pay clauses or capacity charge.
AdomTV kasiye na uguso esheno adaroma mame kwaje sankrato imra ye ba ye betwaso. Kedase ya mwakwaba ya AdomTV kasiye na uguso esheno ye twaso ede mwakwa yensa mfoforo emu na enei acting chief justice ene wodena no atomo bi abansoro ahodo na ye peja ewo enkran no eye ne nwanwa bebre na yadwene daache bebi esie ne ye mpanifo hwehwem ansa ne yesia na emu nsam no entoaso AdomTV kase edeba.
Acting Chief Justice Jones Doche enkasa yemu no woda Awurade Nyankopɔn ase se woda na bedru sampempenso yi na afei se wasan ahye ne so ewo ne maranim akwantuo yi mu ewo man Ghana mu okiremu a obo na baso efri High Court the Court of Appeal afempinu ene miensemu na isansa wo ye na dwuma yi enti ana wasan ma ne so ede ne ko Supreme Court afempinu ene nwotwemu okiremu se adan bi wo hono mu ye tententen esi bronu bi so a ewo se ne animu ya empanifo ma woni ekɔ ho.
I want to bring to your notice as Ghanaians. I've observed in recent days or years the uncoordinated high-rise buildings in residential areas all over Accra, especially in prime residential areas. Laboni, cantonments, and these go on as if they don't take into consideration the planning scheme of the areas. In Laboni, for example, a mall has been built opposite the Bank of Governor's residence. Bank of Governor lived there, Deputy Governor lived there, but with the building of the mall, they have to change that location into an office.
Enwechi and a Chief Justice designate Gertrude Tokono and so Edin Sembi Tuja Ewujumedi no ase.
I have watched with admiration his keen and unflagging intelligence and alertness, his depth of preparation, and the clarity and wisdom with which he leads and presides over panels, and the Supreme Court as President of the Supreme Court. These qualities have been deployed daily in the service of the nation, sometimes without the public noticing and appreciating. But he never took a day off from doing his best. He was not here for the applause. His was a commitment to his conscience, the law, and the good of the nation, as he saw best.
Us from Ghana, and one more partner, Saka Wonwa Bom Apao, Social Land Lab, and war and Toma, now Wombuta Yan said, Womubabua and Ma, and Kwanya Hodoya, Faso, and Ya, and Sase, a woman so train omni a dear Umbesiano, Adom Cassie, etwaso.
React project ya Oxfam Ghana edia bay wo hwekwan se ebeboa emma ewo wasetena mu na afenso aboa mo ewo kwan ya obefa so enya asase edia yekua ewo man Ghana mu Oxfam Ghana eni abedwafo bi atena se asese ehunu se emma pebre na no wanije kua adwuma ne ho nanso kwan ya obefa so enya asase edia yekua na sika beba mu a obetimi ede ahye won ho so akoye bibi wo ho senti odwumadie yi wo hwe kua adwuma efa enkuto eho eni kokko mu ewo mantem ensia emu dwumadie ba kwa wapa ho ntoma wode ebeboa a Social Land Lab Adom Kase ene head of programs o PFAG Bismarck Note etwetwe enkomo no kire adwuma Social Land Lab no eba bedie
Social Lab no eye akwan foforo a yehwe ye de solve a problem na kire say instead say nipa ba ko betina baby adwin say we need problem no ye bepe nkofo amu nimdie ewo eye topic no mu na omo a omo some benefit no so no ya pa omo aka ho na ye na ya tena se abom na ya dwun hu ehu how ben na eye emba no mu femu a emma omutumi enya asase emfa nya adwuma
Ghana aka bom a woye anemusifo ene Adom Kase etwetwe enkomo nsem sei ene wode etudwa
we say abase ba betwato adwene na say do mundu esi omu de no is different from the traditional way of doing things de ba betwato adwene ne ahwe lab no susu e bisusu no ye bekọ field ne akwa implement ne yaba ne yaba be review ne yesan akọ de betimi ehunu ade pote aye say emma omu faso no mu sa etimi kan asase e de ye omu kua adwuma nti the entity yesu yesu na ma wa hapa ya se yenso ye call back to classroom a lecture hall ebitim dia boy yesu ndo musu etimi yesu na ma bebre afri
social lab no it say inclusion and you say yen project implement
Ghana Boundary Commission one more ejina kono den ehwe sensuo eso mansotwe ekoso Ghana ne Togo entamo no yebehwe amansumdue atumi afa ne ntoma pa ede efra sabe ya mfaso ya yebenya ewo keta basin no yensa ebetumi aka ene nsentwefo nhia mudie ekoso ena mpanifo de nsemi etudwa
Ghana Boundary Commission ewa rehemu se ensuo mu hia mansum bi a eda Ghana ene Togo entem no se wonum etimi siesie a ebeboa ama wanyamfaso bi afri keta basin no emu Major General Emmanuel Kotia National Coordinator esane senche na wo bedi African Border Day ninti abra wo kasa waso ye hwa amanebo ensam aso ye honomo no ene wodi tu dwa say wono mugusuwa edi nkita ho a enche kura mfaso papa bi ebefiri mu aba.
Ghana has a challenge with Togo so far as our maritime boundary is concerned. This came up since 2016. Therefore, the president of Ghana and Togo decided that Ghana and Togo should establish a technical committee, a joint technical committee, to negotiate on how to resolve the maritime disputes. These negotiations have been going on over the years. I must say that the negotiations have reached a very important level where probably we may be seeing the negotiations coming to fruition very soon. But the negotiations are still ongoing. They are the final stages, and once that is done, that would be announced to the general public. So negotiations are going on very well. It's got to the involvement of the two hero states so far as these negotiations are concerned. And then we are hoping that once this is resolved, the Keita Basin, which is very close to the boundary, to the international maritime boundary, would be open up to investors for oil and what have you, and other activities, and even the fisher folk in that area. So once that is not resolved, we know that investors are waiting to see how that can be opened. So the negotiations are ongoing, and we are hoping that it will end soon. So that
Ghana National Education Campaign Coalition say textbooks no way. Fi say nkrano akọ school America crane then so 4 years in here textbook bi enu ha wo mo hweso de asuade ha dwene ama basic school aye bibia wo ho e wo man mu titi oni aban de no Adom TV kase etoso.
Unim say Ghana National Education Campaign Coalition no ya kan sem bebre afa textbooks ya enkoye ho. If you say enfie 9 na ya change curriculum. Na still our textbooks in ho CSOs ya kan ho asem bebre apart from yen neck no. Other CSOs so aba be kan say textbooks in ho amofra no edisua ade. And I won't say neck so ye wo mensi e wo Ghana nyina. Inti yesuma ye regional chapters ni mo ko school mu hoko bisa ye say textbooks wo ho ana teachers ni bebre heads ni bebre confirm me say textbooks any school ni mu nti ye the pass samre no heads of school ni municipal assemblies nankasa aba out abeka say textbooks any ho nti aban mo textbooks nti ya de hia pa e wo say aban hwe say basic schools no we don't know ye nimade a basic schools no yede ye omo efa omade kire ne adesua ne akade e wo so omunya adesua ade na ye nim de nti a de bia no akachi books no e wo box mu enesi education office ho e bi so omo ni transportation na omo de be transport books na akọ the various schools ye nwanwa because textbooks na wo se mofra ne desua ade nti mfa ma mofra no mu nsua ade no mo hwe kwa omo be hwe se books na nkwala ni disua ade no omakra ne yie ama omo beba no nso omanya ade esua ade ana sese ye bebu hu nkonta
Adom TV kase na ugiso ehwe no de du so no ye kwa ba na ya ba behwe se de apomuden ne adwadie emunsam no ete Kamo kwa abada se Adom TV kase na ugiso ehwe no na midwife bi owo solar mensinimo wo upper west mantam no mu aye nyameso ade obatan ana opemfo bi a woteka ekọ emu awo akano no Adams Fatima akwaje na wo ewo ka ni mu a esewani se okache oni Adom kase edi nkomoyi
Midwife ba ko bi o solar mensin mu wo upper west mantam no emu enne aje obatan bi awo ewo hyen bi a na de milika tente emu na we no se Adams Fatmata etwede a enya de se ne ama ne kwan so betimi edi se adwuma no na so hwese de na obatan na ete so ewo hyen no mu a na ho hia se oye bibi abroni Adom kase edi nkomo no o kire se impendodo na no nsem bi atise no eya na nwoma mu enewo ebi so wo honom krampo na nkomodie mu na obi aka na enya de se odadwen se ede bi beba ono so beji awo ewo hyen mu.
It's very fulfilling and joyous. In fact, since my 7 years of midwifery, today is my most fulfilling moment because I feel like I have saved a mother at her vulnerable state.
Adam Fatimata recounted what transpired in this 9 seconds amateur viral video taken inside a war-bound fast.
Midwives are their friends. We are here to save lives, both mothers and babies' lives. So we'll continue to save lives. Midwives save lives.
Me Anhweaso de adwade mu nsam no ati adwade 4 year war hacho baby e ton bayire esu bi se nei wo mo asase no yabeje developer bi agye wo mo ni baby o mbedi dwabiem ti wo srempani fo se o ma wo.
Abra Adom News in Central for Yekopi mu ewo hacho bayre ejom yehu se omanfo bi ekitamfidi a womo etu asase ne so amena a womo ede beye war enyine mu nkane e wo ho a omanfo bi atwetwe akọwo ne kiosk mu no eno nso na omu yiyi etutu kiosk ahodo enchense eso sene omu betimi edi dwuma ewo ho na we enedwedefo a womo eton ade ewo dwomu ho no ede to Adom News in Central for enim se ensase a womo eton ade ewo so no ohene owo hacho enede mo omo se monto ade nanso no womo da sorry ye no womo ehun se nipa bi mu eba ba di dwuma bi e wasase ne so a sese no womo ni bebi a womo ebekotena aton ade
ohini na di mae ohini ni sogbulo manche oye enkran hini one na wodi mae acho manche onu na wodi mae enti e wa ha na ye nwusi enati ebeda ho sata na omudi omowo
etu ambo hin na mane
ye omukoye ye panyifo frɛ ohini no e ka se ye wo ho na ye nkwala ye crofo ye di market ma omudi dwa no e frɛ onusi ye omudi natie abetu ha eno omu bisa no ye panyifo sa frɛ ye ka se omu frɛ ohini ebisa no ohini si wonimu hu chi enti natie no mu no na ye panifo sorry ye so mo hwehwe baby a natie ne afri ohini si woni mu hu hwi ye nko bi omo ye panifo no ko bi sa aboko bi fo ye ko ya aboko bi fo so si
timi ko koto ade no minum se omo abantam krai bubububu tinema no na ya park no ye hu ne ye be ye
de du so no ye kwa ba na ya ba behwe se de agudie mu nsam no etie.
Right, fantastic evening. Abusia Hesamwa Kwaba. Yenhwen Sama. Ekoso wo agudemo na yebesha siede fi the senior national soccer team, the Black Stars of Ghana. Womo akachena enche na the former captain of the Black Stars, Baby Jetta Samoa Jan, Bass and Perfect. Not in some two grass. Dear Bakwa iso da. Money yemshino san here na capo epesi ejeno. Achene see a place to be brain no clubs. I hold one bono and shadan kui papa biasa.
Sometimes the truth hurts a bit. We say there are players do while the teams are facing relegation. Which is a bit worrying. Most of your key players, so being so embo. I say on and off the key players, see injuries are being for the later stages of the league. Say the performance wasn't better. Good.
And we can mention them from the day to day.
I think 60% of the key players I want to say recently, I say the performance, but the national team is a different ball game altogether, experience and everything.
Right, Yenfi, a honey and copy more across the focal for catch. We a team now was so as to house for a bet what to last game. Outbreak, Amoaya, Kwasa, Nibukam say, womb has a relegation. Nano no Pariado, Casama, Boboko, Nesamuturia. On bed, you bet me be a 3 points. Outbreak.
We expect you to give us this level of performance. We expect that the team at all times should be able to bring some smiles onto the faces of the supporters.
Very well.
We haven't gotten that. It is a challenge to you to go onto the pitch and get that done. And in that sense, you put in extra motivation as the board has done. So the extra motivation, then we also expect that the results will be positive for us. And the players understand that the response will have to be immediate and positive.
Right up Samono now he goes to can league in Samono for Quatano next season Obesia can with the Ghanaian Premier League in Mokoya Cheye pa Fede Ababi Pimo Bobo na Babi Bobo no so something which is there and on Bono regional minister Justina Wusupana Henry in Samatuga so ombe de to me bia ama stadium kese ben hono ma asiesie na bofo akwa sia kan ho
Yin never come home, let me see Rabies, the Rura. Your MP 12, our Roman the dressing room, safe zone, perimeter, press center, and a pitch, a human air commitment. Unya Hofama, Anhweaso. It's and a mantle. I mean, Jilly say, yes, I met me, Ako and Kind.
Justina Usupana Hen somebody to join on Coronation Park na something which is there no. And that was an ever some which may be answer yes ya kind. Next season anymore we say national here in Semono at the SCT Havana a patch of Saturday as some FM Adom FM one of the Champions League na eba. The temafoi ye shiamo. Fanankasaka Kejwane ho Erica Sirubuedi.
Anyway, the more and some now meant to me once here, Ecoso was of a penny, Archbishop Charles Ajanasari, and anonymous penny for a war no gupo, ever from Mantemono, and Nejum to knee Sonny Badu, as Ankebeya Unkusi school dying, and Fama won, maybe an apatawon, Adom Cassie, etwaso. My engineer son Adom TV, Cassian and Numeria Hannah Brema Quine, na media see, media fear, among Qua Tomaclo, yet a team Nasa Jumana Moye, and Yamishramo. Adepachi ne nkwa ho din kraye na ebesehia